Alrighty, my friends. Looks like we survived the trip to Gleba. You see good progress after 2 hours. Have a nice time today. Thank you, Ringo. We're not dead. Remains to be seen, huh? How much fuel do we have here? Oh my gosh, I need to stop doing this carbon thing. My storage is filled with carbon now. Okay. But hey, that's more fuel I can burn down on the planet when I get back. How is this fuel? Uranium fuel cells are doing fine. I wonder if I could have done a nuclear reactor down there. Could I have done a nuclear reactor for more heat? Would a nuclear reactor work, or would it freeze and I'd have to do a heating tower around it anyway? You can do nuclear power and heat. It would be quickly replaced. The reactors don't freeze. Okay. What I might do is I'm going to go to... where do we have rocket fuel? Gleba doesn't have enough, I think, for me to order any, if I'm not mistaken. Rocket fuel on Gleba. Does it tell me how much is available? Available on planet 22. Okay. Let's not do that then. We're going to go back to... We're going to go back to Novus and stock up. And we're going to get like 1,000 rocket fuel. Not 10,000, 1,000. Which is what we had before. And we went through that pretty darn quickly, so I probably go to get even more than that. 2,000. Yeah, maybe we go 2,000. Even nuclear needs you to figure out the ice melting for power, though. Okay. Well, I'll grab a nuclear reactor. Maybe 4. In case I want to do a build like that. And, see if we can... See if that is any better for us or not. You're going to build a private jet if no one objects. Go for it. Just shipping fuel cells instead of rocket fuel. Well, I kind of want to do both. So request the rocket fuel. I'm going to ask for 50 more uranium cells. Actually, it won't do it because we already have them, I guess. So I have 100, so let's make this 150. So we'll have 50 extra. And then let's do 4 nuclear power plants. Nuclear reactors, 4 of those. Okay. Available on planet 9, available on planet of this, 12. Okay. Really? That's probably... Are nuclear cells that hard to make and we don't actually have that many, or are they just like sitting in chests that are not available currently? They're making them here. Yeah, I guess we're only... Oh, there's 48 in there, so as we take these out, they'll replace them. At least it should be taking these out. Why is it keeping 48 in there? Is it because this thing's only making a certain amount? It says the output is full. I think this is using this blueprint, which is some sort of... I don't know what's going on there. Inserter is key on that. Oh, there it is. I want this to at least be in a stack of 50, right? There. The uranium-238. There. So now it should stop. So we have a stack there. We have all the uranium on the planet there. I know, we have plenty of uranium. I don't think we're going to have any issues running out of any of this stuff. But, yeah, we'll just make that 50. So there, at least there's a stack available at a time. Okay, so did we get the extra? Should be incoming. We got the fuel. We get the nuclear reactors. We got the reactors. Volcanus. Okay, that's not anything I'm messing with. Okay. Sounds like somebody's trying to build a... Ringo, are you trying to build your Ferrari on Volcanus or something? What's the issue with this? Why is it not shipping those? Is it because this stack needs to be out of here, I wonder? I want to get those 5 out of here. Maybe that will do it now. Will this now do it? Should be sending these. Maybe we're just out of rockets again. How did this thing do? What's our temperature at? 502. Oh, this should be running. We actually are kind of running. We just have no fuel in here. Because we have no ammonia. Because ice is backed up. Because this chest, okay. Yeah, the recycler will definitely be something that we'll need to deal with. When we come back, I didn't get the recyclers. This makes a lot of ice, apparently. Ferrari on Volcanus, but it's rarity hunting here. It's rarity hunting here alone. Okay. Alright. So, hey, it's actually kind of working. It's not completely working, but it's kind of working. I think I might need to get rid of some of this for some inventory space. How much do we have here? This is like, what? What is 2,000 divided by 20? Is that 100? Does this need 100 stacks? I don't know that I can get 2K to fit on this rocket. Unless I increase the storage again. Which I don't really have a lot of space for that. I guess I just continue deleting some carbon here. Do we have 2K? I don't know how much we have here. Let me get rid of that thing. Anything random, we get rid of sulfur, iron ore. Get rid of random junk so we have the storage space for things. Okay, cool. The uranium fuel cells are finally yellow. I think that means they're on their way. I think I can use ice to also make something. Yeah, there are probably a lot of recipes here I'm not doing. Can make water, lithium. We need holmium and a bunch of stuff I'm not able to do yet. What about the assembly machines? Anything new on this planet yet? Hey, Spidertron's available. Need fission reactors, which I don't think we have yet. I don't know. I'll have to check the thing, but I'm kind of just waiting on our ship to come back here. Did it get everything? I mean, it's out of inventory space, isn't it? Alright, well that's going to be a lot of rocket fuel. I thought this was sending it, and then I feel like maybe we ran out of inventory space or something. It's weird because it's like giving me this little 3 stack and saying I can't have an extra stack or something. I've run the request to see how much is missing. Satisfaction 103. Available on planet 50. Available on planet 38. On the way 12. Available on the way 500. 1400 of 2000. Okay, I gotta keep getting rid of carbon apparently. To make room for all this rocket fuel. That is a lot of frickin' stacks, man. I think I might just... Once the uranium gets here, I think I might just go. Because I think this will be plenty to get over the hump of having sustainability, I hope. Although I don't guess I know how much I need to be sustainable. Alright, these things coming in. It sounds like that we have rockets coming in. Or delivery pods or whatever the hell they are. Alright, I think once our inventory is full, I'm gonna go. So we'll hopefully have enough to do what we need to do, which is get a sustainable heat and power source on Aquilo. There we go. Alright. If there's anything on the way, I'll wait for it to land and then we'll go. Jeez. Make a little more space. Hurry up and wait for the rockets. Well, I will say, our new build, ammo-wise, it's performed really well. Even when I was AFK, letting this thing run, seemed like everything was super clean and safe. Didn't lose any, didn't take any damage or anything. Call it good. Alright, I think... Let me see if anything is on its way from Novus. Is anything shipping right now? Yes, okay. This rocket's coming, then we're going to stop. Call it good. Oh, it can only go 10 at a time. No wonder it's taking so long. Okay. Kill a medium demolisher. Holy crap. Somebody's doing something crazy up there. Is that on Volcanus? Who did that? Ringo up here just killed a medium demolisher. Alright, well done. That looks huge. Gigi, that's what she said. Well done, Ringo. Well done. Okay. This guy get his last shipment? Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Back to, you know, maybe I drop by Fulgora. Do I have the recyclers? I could grab an extra stack of recyclers if I go by way of Fulgora. I'm going to go by way of Fulgora just to see if it's different going there through Fulgora rather than through Gleba. Oh, that was Rariki? It wasn't you? Just viewing. Okay. I know we have recyclers on Novus, and I got my stack of recyclers from Novus. But if I go by Fulgora, this is to also test if, you know, it's any more dangerous or the same difficulty. While also picking up some extra recyclers. A trick to save space is to craft the rocket platform in the ship instead of moving the mats to Aquilo and crafting it there. Interesting, okay. The distance doesn't change whether you fly by Fulgora or Gleba. Yeah, I know the distance doesn't change, but I'm curious if, like, the number of asteroids changes. I assume it's the same. This is just for my own knowledge to check it out. Alright, so let me grab one stack of recyclers. And we should have room for it. Yes, we do. Anything else I want to grab from Fulgora? Do we ever need... I actually have more heating towers here, too. I think I made extra heating pipes here. Might as well grab an extra stack of heating pipes from Fulgora. Oh crap, it won't send me 50 because we have 100, 200, 326. So let's make it 350. There. And we have 20, so I need to actually say 40 for it to send me an extra stack, I guess. Kind of weird how that works, but okay. That'll hopefully give me one more stack of recyclers, one more stack of heat pipes. How's our ammo looking? Refilled super fast. Awesome. You'll love to see it. I think I want this to be a stack inserter. I don't know if that'll change anything. Will it grab stuff in its hand or anything? I don't know. On the way. On the way. Good. EMP plants, you'll need them after you get going. Okay, I should have asked for that. Okay, so let me get rid of this and do one stack of EMP plants. I was actually wondering if I would need those. One stack of those guys. That should be the last bit of space we have available. Okay, those on the way. They are 15 are on the way. Why would you not send a full stack of 20? No. Okay, it's fine. I think this is our best ship yet, and it just looks like a... It looks like a submarine, actually. Looks like it's got turbines on the back and then just a round front. Basically a friggin' submarine is what our thing is here. These stack and stack of 10s. Okay, I think they're all getting here. It even looks like torpedo on the minimap. Yeah, it does. Alright, is it gonna send me the last 5? Are they on the way, or is there something stopping it because we're out of space? On the way 5. There we go. I want to get a full stack, so there it goes. I just had to, I needed an open space for it to apparently request anything, I guess. Okay, once this fills, we're going on back to Aquilo and seeing if we can actually get things building with all this extra rocket fuel. Get a self-sustainable power setup. Alright. Hurry up, rocket. Hurry up. You're too slow. There it is. There's upgrades for increasing rocket speed, too. Alright, we got a stack. Let's do it. Back to Aquilo we go. The private R-Jet. Ah, interesting. Looks like he's got some sort of circular build started. Although maybe that's just to get to build on Vulcanus or something. Call it the shaft. Giggity, giggity, goo. Okay. Looking good, man. Looking good. Just flying through space. No big deal. No big deal. I'm just a rocket man. Beautiful. So good. Ammo is so good. It's even backed up on here with the stack size thing. I honestly will probably need to increase my rocket production at some point, but that's a future Rand problem. We have a Aquilo problem to solve first. Just a Randy man. That's right. Just shredding. We're just shredding. Looks great. I love the animation of the rocket turrets. Comes out and the little missile silo things extend. Super cool. All right, made it to Aquilo, no problem. Let's get some fuel. There we go. Start with the rocket fuel and then recyclers. More heat pipes. Another set of the solar panels just in case. Alright, let's get an inserter so I can just set up a chest for this. Wow, that landed right in the middle. There we go. A couple more explosive damage researches will cut your rocket usage by a third. You're currently using 3 rockets to break a big asteroid. 2 is achievable without too much issue. Well, we are working on those, I think. Stronger explosives. It's 4,000, but I'll queue it up. Okay, so what we want to do is recycle the ice. So, what did you say? Something about efficiency modules for the recyclers. Did I have some efficiency modules in here we can spare? Yes. Throw those down. So we want to put it into a recycler and then have recyclers recycling ice into each other is what we want to do here. There, let me figure out how I want to do that. Yeah, the freaking heat pipes, man. Okay, I think what I just do is a long-handed inserter, which I didn't bring. I didn't put those in here yet. Thought I did a whole stack of those. Okay, I'm gonna have to make more of those. There we go. And then... There, now we can recycle the ice. Hopefully. Without any issues. Okay, recycle ice achieved. Okay. I guess one question is how much rocket fuel do we need per heating tower? Because I'm trying just to get a sustainable set of power so I can actually plan a better setup with heat pipes. Do you know that rocket turrets are just very abused Spidertrons with their legs chopped? A couple more explosive damage researches? Yeah, never enough. Never enough rocket fuel? Probably not, yeah. Okay, we have power now. Or at least we do as long as this rocket fuel sustains us to make enough rocket fuel to be self-sustainable, I hope. Efficiency modules. There. Maybe I do efficiency modules in all of these things. So they're using as little power as possible. That's probably a good use of efficiency modules. I can always take them out. Efficiency module, all of the things. Okay. I thought I brought more solar panels. I did. They're here. Okay. So now that I have kind of sustainable power, maybe a sustainable power? What's the temperature up to? 687. So should I do a thing where temperature gauge, I only do this when it's under 550. I think I should. Well, I don't know. Should we do a similar thing with power, or do we want this always running because heat pipes are... I assume they cool off really fast if you're not running these things. If I do something... I think I should limit it. Read temperature. Enable, disable. Temperature. Maybe I give it a bigger cushion. Instead of 550, we go like 600. If it's under 600. You want to conserve, otherwise it'll just waste the fuel? Okay. And stack size of maybe 2. So it does 1 on each side, maybe. I don't have to limit since fuel is infinite. Well, I don't know if it's infinite yet. I don't know if we're actually sustainable yet. If I do Alt-X... It doesn't look like we're making enough rocket fuel to be sustainable, actually. We have extra solid fuel. I actually need more ammonia and another one of these guys to be sustainable, it looks like. Practically infinite if you get rid of the excess ice. Well, I am working on that. Alright, so it feels like I need to make another one. Okay, maybe I can do a better design since I now have access to power. Maybe I can figure out a better design. Because what I feel like I want to do is build around... Gosh, I feel like what I really want to do is get on a bigger island. But I don't know if I have that many options. Do you ever... I probably have to get landfill, don't I? The ice landfill, I assume. Yeah, it looks like there's not much islands to work with. Maybe that's what I can use the ice for. What's the landfill recipe? Ice and ammonia. Okay, so I need more ammonia for that. But I actually have a lot of ice here. I have ammonia right here, so maybe I can just do a quick starter build on this. You actually start on the biggest island. Okay. Okay. Okay, where can I fit this? Okay. Ooh, do. What an interesting mechanic this is. See why Madman hates it. I'd rather deal with this than the other thing. Okay, ice. Had faster inserters. There we go. There we go. All right, so hopefully we can start filling out some space here. This is not going to build super fast, but that'll hopefully give us space to work with. Looking good. Thank you. Do my best, you know. Actually, I don't try that hard. It's, you know, way too much work. You'd rather deal with spoilage and infinite resources than this everything freezes crap that enforces spaghetti and landfilling stuff. Well, maybe I'll hate it the further I get in, but so far I'm good. So far I'm kind of okay with it. Okay, I think what I am going to do is kind of want to put this stuff in storage. We're using up more ammonia here now. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to set up a heating tower in the middle of whatever our build is going to be. Seems like this is the way you kind of want to build. Unless I want to do I want to do the nuclear power? Because we did bring a nuclear power. What do we think? Should I start a new build with a nuclear power or with the heating towers? The heating towers is probably going to be the sustainable thing, huh? Longhand inserters are your friend, yeah. Because what do I want to do? I want to design this in a better way. So, the fuel input would be like this, brought in from where we're making the fuel. Nuclear helps early, but it isn't fun to ship fuel cells forever, yeah. Another question, do you all move on to electric furnaces as soon as able? Do you have the power for it? I would say yes. They're way more... Those are like the workhorses for your build, for sure. Okay, so this is going to be fuel cells. And what did we decide, or what did I figure out? I needed... I feel like I'm missing something here. Alt-X. We needed extra ammonia. I thought I needed extra rocket fuel producer. Didn't I need an extra rocket fuel producer? Not tell me how many is burning per second here. Guess because it's not currently burning. Yes, okay, I did need an extra rocket fuel. So I want 2 rocket fuel and 2 ammonia guys. And I think the solid fuel was enough. I'm trying to plan a more permanent, less bad build here. So, that'll be the 2 rocket fuel producers. In Space Age, you kind of skip straight to foundries. Okay, well, RPG is new to the game, and so I don't think RPG is going to get into foundries anytime soon. If you were to play again, you'd be tempted to skip electric furnaces and wait for foundries. You didn't know about foundries since you're playing unspoiled. Yeah. Alright, so how would we do this? We probably actually need to do a space between. Space between. So that the pipes will be heated. Something like that. Do these guys freeze? Yes, they do. Okay. All right. Yeah, it looks like something like this is what you're supposed to do. And then the rocket fuel needs solid fuel, which we'll need to output and deliver. Did I need 2 of these? I think one was going to be enough, if I remember correctly. 2 solid fuel, but... Or 1 solid fuel, but 2 ammonia, I think, was going to be needed. And then underground belts. There. Okay. I wonder if that will be heated that far from this heat pipe. I don't know. Okay, so that's 1 of those, and then we need 2 of the other guys, which will be a similar thing here. Aren't farm trees far away from what you're looking at? They're on another planet. You have to get to Vulcanus for those. Ammoniacal solution. Alright, if I can, I would like this to go to storage tanks. Although, sorry if that was a spoiler. That's far away for you? Yeah, it's definitely far away for you. All the things that people are talking about in chat are like really late game stuff. Okay, so there's that. That. And then we'll need to bring in oil, which do I have an oil thing right around here? That's not an oil thing. It's the purple up there. Okay. You don't mind minor spoilers like that? Okay, good. Okay. And then we need this to be the input. So, I also want... So yeah, that'll be the ammoniacal solution storage. I'll need to bring in the oil. From this direction. All right, let me see Alt X if I do this. That is not enough ammoniacal solution still somehow. Really? Okay, well then let's do a third one. That's this one, right? Yeah. How about that? Is that enough? I want to make this sustainable in the long run. That's why I'm trying to get this right. Okay, we have excess ammoniacal solution. There we go. Something like that. And... go. All right, this is feeling more like how you kind of organize and make these builds not be a spaghetti mess like it currently is. And so what else do I need? Then I need the output of these guys with long-handed inserters, which are our friends. there. And is that everything? So I'll need to input the ammonia to here. Oh, I need to get rid of the ice. Feed into something like this. So I will probably want that on the back side. My bars, I always feel like I don't set up my bars very well. There, something like that. Then I'll have to... probably should longhand inserter this. So that I have space to put the pipes between. Let me move everything over. Oh man, this is gonna take forever because of the robot nerf. You're already delivering, or anyway, might as well just make a tiny bit extra for the call. What are we talking about? I think maybe I'm in the middle of somebody else's conversation. Yes, electric furnaces only needing electricity makes them so much better, because you can always make more power. But having to supply coal to burner furnaces or steel furnaces, it just adds a whole extra layer of logistics that's a pain. Nothing compared to some of the other planet logistical pain, but for early game, it's definitely annoying, that's for sure. Okay, I think... Did I break something I was doing up here? Yes, I did. I broke that. Sorry about breaking that, bros. Okay, cool. We got some ice platforms so we can extend our things. Beautiful. All right, so now I just need to figure out the input, which is this stuff and oil. And I think this will be a better organized expansion to all this stuff. And I wanted to do long-handed inserters. There, there, and there. Do all that stuff there. That allows us to do this. And that. Okay, cool. Let's see if this will work, if I can get it all hooked up. To get this started, I'm going to want to hook this up into what we already have. But before I do that, let me get the inputs figured out. So... Alright, so that will be the input of like one of these guys. And then the oil. I did start the oil pipe. I need more underground belts. Underground pipes. I hope I brought more. Yes, good job, Pastor Rand. Good job. You're a gentleman and a scholar, Pastor Rand. Alright, so the oil will be coming from over here. Ah, crap. That won't work, actually. That's an interesting instrument. Whoever did the music for this game, they chose some very interesting instruments. And I like it. I am building right on top of where things are coming down from the sky, so that's probably something too. Maybe play around here. All right, so I need to get oil. So how can I get oil from this big mess of stuff? That freezes all that over. Ooh, boo, 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 boo. I'm gonna have to do some spaghetti pipes just to get this available. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I'll have to get these heat pipes on all these guys, but I think this might work if I plug this in and start off with some fuel to get heated up. Is that right? Is everything plugged in? Oil is plugged in there. I don't have water. I don't have water. Water's right there. You know what? We're going to be making ice here, so I could grab off of here and get the ice. I also need the ammonia stuff, but what if I did water? Oh crap, I'm out of these things. Chemical plants. I think I have a couple more up in the sky. I think I have like 3 more. 4 more. We're almost out of chemical plants, but if I get this set up, I'm gonna feel much better about a sustainable thing, because right now, yeah, solid fuel has stopped because of this thing getting frozen. Actually, is what happened. There we go. Okay. So what is this? This is making water from ice. There. There we go. Just let us make the water we need for these guys down here. I should do this a little further away, so we have room for our heat pipes. Okay, and do I have the inputs for the ammonia? I do not have the inputs for the ammonia, which is coming from... Oh! Damn it. It's coming from the other side. Blech. Okay, I need to Alt-X. All this stuff. No, not... I need to Alt-Delete. What am I doing? The ammonia is coming from this side. Which I just didn't set up all the pipes for. That's what I didn't do. Come on, control copy. Okay, that should be good. Belts with underground belts. I think we'll be able to make this work. Feels like you're watching Frostpunk or something. I know, right? I'm building in the ice. Okay, I do still need the water. Wait, what is this pipe doing? That's ammonia pipe. What is this pipe doing? This is oil pipe. Crap, I have two different pipage going on here. I got my pipes all mixed up. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, there's an oil for right here, but whoa. Oil here, but then we need the ammonia down here, so I need this to this to this. Yes. Yeah, it seems like pipe to grounds and underground belts are your friend. This on this thing. All right, so I need water over here. Could maybe do what I have set up over here, and just pipe the water across. It's probably going to be the easiest thing if I can make that work. Do something like this. There. This. This. There. There. Does that not reach? Yes, right there it does. Okay, and that should be the water. And belt for that guy output. Let's see. You don't think it's a spoiler since there's no real way to figure it out, but underground belts and pipe to grounds do use slightly more heat than regular pipes. Just something to be aware of. Really? They use more heat? I was hoping they weren't using any heat. Okay, that's good info. Thanks for telling me. Okay, so last thing I need is the input of the raw stuff. Which I might just want to do a new input of this to make it easier to work with. Works. That lets me put pipes this way to heat things, and then I can bring in. Damn, can I bring this in here? Yes, I can actually. I just need to move these things around. That won't let me place that because of... Oh, there's a pipe there. I didn't even see that pipe there. It probably makes logical sense for things to be need more heat. Underground things need more heat, but who cares about logic? Heat pipes. Okay. Okay, and then the long-handed inserter output there and there, and that's the ice that's taking out, right? Yes, so that's ice. Ice output that gets recycled and also turned into the water that we need. Okay. But I do need a fast I'll do a slow inserter here. Okay, I think I'm done. Well, this is a complicated build, but hopefully I put some fuel in and this will be a self-sustainable thing once I get power going. Probably need heat some things up here. Like these pipes. Trying to anticipate where I'll need to put the heat. This is a long-ass pipe, so it's going to eat up all the heat, I'm sure. But to do big builds on this planet, it feels like you're going to have to do something like this. So, plug it in. Start seeing how these things heat up. That's a cool mechanic as you watch the heat spread. I do like that way that looks. It's cool. And I don't mean cool like a pun. And those pipes. There we go. This is such a crazy mechanic, man. All right, there we go. It's all heated. Now we just need power and give it fuel. Which we should have some fuel. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this does all the things I want it to do, which is a more sustainable set of fuel things here. There's a frozen pipe right here. Fix the frozen pipe. There we go. Puns are cool. We all chill here. It's been a nice ice stream. You'll show yourself out. You'd say it's been pretty chill. Okay, great job, everybody. Great job. I'm glad we were able to work on these puns together. So glad. And I should have probably a tank of water. As long as it's not frozen. There we go. All of our liquids are being stored except for oil, which I probably should have a store of oil. Let's do it. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, I thought this was going to be a very, what's the word? Organized build. I don't know if it's actually that much organized, but here we go. Do that to save fuel. Temperature needs to get up to the 500, yeah, 600 mark. Okay, hopefully with this, we now have better heating and better power. And maybe I can even expand these guys to be the 7 these are supposed to be, because currently it's only 4. I really need to spread these guys out to make this pipage doable, but I'm going to do... just throw materials at the problem, which is more heat pipes, which I am out of heat pipes. All right, I finally feel like I'm actually kind of established on this planet now. Get some fast belts. Power lines and stuff. Actually starting to feel more established now. You can smelt a lithium real quick for the giggles. Oh, I need to do that, actually. I need to make the first... Well, can I? Didn't that require holmium that I don't have yet? I need to actually see what... Now that I feel like I'm established, figure out what I can get crafting next, I think is the next goal. Alright, so there's the 7 of those that I meant to have set up earlier. There. Okay. We should have power for days, hopefully, now. Aquilo is nice, but you already know that. You apologize? You should. You should apologize. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. I need to actually make something. That's something being lithium. Where is that? Lithium plate. Oh, just in a furnace. Yeah, I could have done this a long time ago. Just pop a furnace down somewhere. Throw some lithium in there. And GG, we have lithium. GG lithium time. Beautiful, we have lithium. Lithium plate. And for now, I'm just going to do this short-term thing where I throw lithium in here. And, what can we do with lithium? What can we do with lithium? We unlocked something by doing lithium. Quantum processor. We can make cryogenic plants. Okay, how do I make a cryogenic plant? Did I just unlock that? Yes, I did. Processing unit, superconductors, lithium plate, and refined concrete. I brought a bunch of concrete. I did not bring refined concrete. What's up, APA? Question. Answer. Sorry, people are punning, so I'm just along for the ride now. We all know the most important thing to do when you get to a place like this is to get power so you can turn the kettle on and make some nice tea. Does sound nice. All right. Can I manually make this? No. So I have to use the... so I need to make refined concrete. Oh no, my power went out. Why did my power go out? Temperature. Why did we lose temperature? Did I run out of rocket fuel? No. 600 degrees. Read temperature. Enable when temperature below 600. Why did you not input? I have no idea why. Below 600 degrees. Enable. Why aren't you inputting? Maybe it's trying and it's just really slow. I put down a bunch of new heat pipes. Oh, and so our temperature went down too fast. Well, that shouldn't have stopped them from supplying. Should it? I don't know. I did put a bunch of extra heat pipes. Maybe the heat went down too fast and this power went out, I guess. I think when I attached all the new heat pipes, my heat spread out and made the temperature plummet. Okay. Alright, well, I manually fed these guys, so hopefully we'll get the temperature back up. Alright, looks like I probably need to do extra heat things to get caught up. I guess that's the danger I need to worry about is if you place too many heat pipes too fast, you spread out the heat too quickly and things shut down. You get a bit of a cascading failure effect. Another option is to have separate heat towers for power versus regular buildings. Buildings only need 20 C to function. Power needs 500 C. Have a separate heat tower for power versus regular buildings. So something like this heat tower only supplies heat to my power. I disconnect it from the other things and I use other guys to supply. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because if this ever goes out and my power goes down, that's bad. Everything shuts down. Probably a good idea. It's gonna catch up soon, so once that happens, maybe I can separate some things. Heating tower can only produce 40 megawatts worth of heat, so it's probably a good idea to build more heating towers. Okay. Well, the problem with that is I need them to be able to be supplied. Currently, I'm manually doing that a lot. So I guess what I can do is where I have my permanent thing right here, I should probably plan around wherever the fuel is to be able to have expandable heating towers. Instead of a chest here, I should have a belt going across that I could place more heating towers, I think. Okay. Okay, extra heating towers. Do these all connect? Do heating towers connect through themselves? I assume they do. I hope they do. Alright, these guys, how close are you? 400 degrees, not quite there yet. Heating towers act like heat conductors. They do share through each other. Good. Good. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have this be on a separate thing. This guy's supplying heat for this side. This guy's supplying heat for just this side. Hopefully that will kick this on. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh man, I'm running out of fuel again, aren't I? These freaking slow guys. Come on, power, heat up. 414. If there's any extra pipes I can get rid of here. Every time I remove some, I think things get frozen. Because this was supposed to be, well, this build was supposed to be the sustainable power, and now I need this to power my sustainable power. Aquilo's crazy, man. I'm definitely less salty than I was on Gleba. So, you know, that's good at least. Alright, maybe I can use some of my landfill here. To increase our power with solar supplemental power, even though it's only 1% effective. Beautiful. Heating towers. Okay, all right. You guys kicking in yet? 446 degrees. Slowly. And you're slowly supplying him. Very slowly. Okay, let me place another heat tower right here to hopefully get these guys going. Didn't have a bunch of carbon that I brought that I would need to like burn through. Let's burn the carbon in this guy just as a short-term heat producer. Where are you, carbon? Where are you? Carbon Dallas multi-pass. Alright, you guys should kick in soon, I think. 450 degrees, 457. Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting there. Come on. Wow, we burned through this carbon like super fast. There we go. Steam turned on. Beautiful. All right, hopefully with the power back on, these guys will go back to staying online where they're supposed to. Maybe I should make it higher than 600 because it seems like 600 degrees was not enough time. Let's do if it's under 700. Keep it above 700. Which hopefully doesn't burn through our stuff too quickly. Okay. How did you run out of fuel? All this stuff turn off or what? Okay. So these guys put in 2. If we're below 600. Yeah, since I have more of these, I think I'm going to allow these guys to be a lower temperature. This guy needs to stay on because this guy is supplying our power. Okay. Well, now I need to be careful. Anytime I do expanded builds with more pipes, I'm taking power away or taking heat away. So, that was all to get a little bit of lithium. Is this guy working now? This guy's working. Okay. So what do I want to do? What does my power situation look like? We're producing plenty of power with this build, so I shouldn't have to worry about power. It's just heat. Well, I say I shouldn't have to worry about power. If I keep these things heated, I don't have to worry about power. So if I expand on this build, I shouldn't be affecting my power. I don't think we're making the rocket fuel fast enough. Solid fuel is backed up. What is solid fuel? No, that's fine. The ammonia. Ice. We're not recycling the ice fast enough. I need faster... Can I get rid of that? Yes. We are not recycling our ice nearly fast enough. Oh, and actually I didn't even do this right. Alright, there's my full concertor. There we go. Okay. I screwed up a bunch of stuff here. Okay, yeah, we need to, because we were had excess ice here. Let's help this out by getting rid of the excess ice. Put it in here. Can this remove the ice fast enough? Oh god, I don't know if long-handed inserters can remove the ice fast enough. Maybe move the ice stored in the ice platform maker. Oh yes, good call. We ran out of ice in there. Yeah, we don't even remove the ice fast enough from these guys. Oh, man. I wish there were underground heat pipes. I wish that was a thing. So we can't make enough ammonia because we are not getting rid of ice fast enough. So I need faster inserters to get these guys out of here. But we have the heat pipes in the way. So this great build that I was so proud of has some weaknesses here. So I need to get rid of this heat pipe, and if I get rid of that heat pipe, things are going to freeze up. This is the part where quality longhand inserters come in handy. Oh, do they go faster? Okay. If I move this heat pipe to fast inserters, will things turn off? I think they will. Yeah. God, this is a pain. Still not as bad as spoilage, though. Still not as bad as spoilage. I stand by that. Okay, that should get those out quicker. Now I just gotta get these guys there. Okay, if I did an underground belt from here to there. There we go. And Okay, what if I did this? There, this guy's got nothing to dig out to. You disagree heartily? Well, you're welcome to your wrong. I mean, your opinion. Maybe it's because I'm used to building with spaghetti, because I always build with spaghetti. I think what I need is I need this pipe to not be right next to the machine. That's what's throwing me off. I need this pipe to be like out here and then going across. So my design that I was so proud of, I am immediately not so happy with. So I need this pipe to be over here. Okay, so we're gonna fix this. I mean, I literally just gave you landfill so you could do this. Did I not grab landfill? I did. I don't know why it doesn't work. Do I not have concrete on me? Why do I have to do this myself? Jesus, game. Okay, let's see if we can redo this and make this work. Okay, there. So the plan here is pipe this over here. Get over here. Okay. So that should be able to hopefully do this. There. I need to move this ice thingy. Although, honestly... There. Do that. I'm learning to work around these crazy restrictions here. We're learning. We're learning. Actually, let's do it. There. I have to move this pipe. There we go. Alright, and so now what I need is this ice. I need to grab the ice here. This needs power. Okay, did that fix my problem? Of getting rid of the ice fast enough. Think maybe the belt needs to go faster? Man, it's just so much ice. Let's upgrade these belts. I don't know if the belts being faster will help. It feels like maybe the recycling isn't fast enough or something. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Faster belts. Fixes all problems. Rand just remembers my words well. Don't get upsetty. Build pipe spaghetti. I definitely remember somebody saying that. Alright, so what I do, I need to have a renewable source of ice for the water. So I think maybe I can pull... Maybe what I can do is pull off of this one here into a chest. Long-headed inserter. Somewhere. Ooh, do. Okay, what if I do? There. Is that not working? It'll pull ice when it needs it there. And we can do a chest here, actually. There we go. And this will put in ice when it needs it. Right? Let's make sure. Beautiful. Okay. Back to manual lithium. Okay, so we fell behind in the fuel stuff because the ammonia was all backed up because of ice. Is ice emptying out of these guys now? Ice is emptying out. Solid fuel is backed up, but solid fuel backing up is fine because that just means ammonia backs up. Ammonia backing up is the issue because we weren't making it fast enough because the ice backing up. So hopefully that will catch back up. A couple of these guys in here. I do still have more rocket fuel up in space if I need it. Either tier 1 or tier 4, no in between. That's right. That's right. Okay, well, it's about final break time. I hope this is sustainable. Hope after all this work. Alt X. Still not enough rocket fuel. I think that's just because of how many heat guys we have. If I reduce one of these heat guys, I don't know. Still says we're not making enough rocket fuel. What if I remove another one? Now we have extra rocket fuel. I guess the question is going to be, are 2 heat things enough to keep this thing heated? That's the question. Because I want this to be sustainable, and sustainability has been an issue for us on Aquilo so far, that's for sure. Probably I have too many heat pipes, using up all my heat. 2 are enough. Buildings are super heat hungry. Power is heat hungry. Okay. Well, I do have our power on a separate grid. So, a separate heat grid. So, hopefully that will help. I know I have a ton of ice somewhere probably still. Yeah, I'll keep a stack in there, but turn all this, oops. Turn all that into this. I'm hoping this will sustain itself, because I need sustainability. Okay, 600 degrees, that's why it's not doing anything. Actually. There. I need sustainability to feel like I can actually start building up here. Because we're going through the fuel, and I feel like I'm not making the fuel fast enough. Because we know that this actually isn't sustainable, because it's not enough fuel we're making. I need an excess of rocket fuel. Now, this is a very complicated build, and we are not yet at an excess of rocket fuel. Although I think we should be. Slightly on this build, I think we should be. Efficiency modules? Yeah, true. How many more do I have? I only have 4 more. I have a feeling this is an issue here too. This thing is not recycling the ice as quickly either as it should. Oh, so many fires to put out. So many. How do I fix that? Where I have this won't work. I need these to be in a different place. Of course, I think it's also slowed down by ammonia, but ammonia is slowed down by the ice. If I could connect this heat thing here, I could remove this thing and put a faster guy in there. Let's do that. Can I do that? All these inserters are in the way. And I don't want to make a bunch of extra longer heat pipes because I know that screws things all up. Can that building I'm looking at also red insert into the ice platform machine? Yeah, I think so. There we go. Maybe if I just have 2 of those outputting, that'll do it. And maybe not even use this guy. Yeah, double up on our ice removal. Good call. There we go. That's way easier than figuring out moving pipes around. Thank you, Aether Hacker. That's a great idea. Okay, hopefully that will keep going. GG Cookie Time. We're on Aquilo, and we're kind of sustainable. Not super sustainable, but slightly sustainable. I'm going to stand up, stretch, use the restroom, take my final break of the day. Hope you all have a good time watching me fumble with crazy Aquilo. When we come back, I'm going to see if I can actually get some lithium stuff building, because we have a little lithium, but I'm not doing anything with it yet. So, y'all enjoy chair ad time. I'll be back in just a bit, my friends. Y'all rock.